let's get to OT Dish.
Okay.
On this date in sports history, 1972. The New York Mets manager Gil Hodges collapses just minutes after completing a round of golf in West Palm Beach and dies of a heart attack. So what this means is confirmed golf is harder than baseball.
Whoa.
Yeah, golf is definitely harder than baseball. I agree. You ever played it around 18? It's exhausting.
It is very exhausting.
Especially when you have to drink a beer every hole. You know, it's insane. Baseball players could never.
Yeah, but you don't have to drink a. Never mind. This arguments. I knew it was lost before I started it.
Do you live in golf, bro? Duh, you definitely drink a lot of beer on the golf course. That's part of golf. It's in the rule book. Duh. So yeah,
the rule book.
Yeah. you,
Section 146, Article 7.
Yeah. But I mean, good for him. He died playing golf. Like, if there's a way to go out, that's pretty good.
That's probably the best case scenario.
That's one of the best. Yeah, for sure. I agree. What's up?
All right, for my first OT dish, I got in 1984 the 46 NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. So last week, I did a kind of a variation or a different year on this one. This year, Georgetown beats Houston 84-75, and the Georgetown Hoyas center Patrick Ewing is the tournament most outstanding player.
MOP, the mop.
And then John Thompson, the first African-American head coach to lead his team to any NCAA Division I title for any sports.
Nice. Well, when you have Patrick Ewing, you can do whatever you want.
Oh, I mean, it was good. And to be honest with you, it was a headline matchup in the championship game. Patrick Ewing versus Akeem Olajuwon.
Almost.
Gracious.
You're getting there. We're good. We'll make it. Yeah, that is kind of wild, actually. I forgot they played each other in the championship game.
Yeah, that was a great game.
2007, following along with the NCAA tournament. 2007, the 69th. Nice. 69th NCAA tournament. Florida beats Ohio State 84-75. This was the Gators' back-to-back titles. Corey Brewer was the most outstanding player. This is my favorite Billy Donovan coaching game because they were going to get dominated by Greg Oden and Ohio State. I think they had what did they have that year? Who was the point guard? They had a really good point guard that year too.
For Ohio State?
Ohio State, yeah.
It wasn't Conley, was it?
No. Mike. But anyways, Greg Oden dominating the NCAA tournament. Just absolutely tearing people up.
It was Mike Conley.
Okay, yeah, so it was Mike Conley. Nice, well done. Good job. Yeah. So yeah, they had Mike Conley and Greg Oden on the same team. Dude, they were going to dominate. And Billy Donovan just kept throwing players at Greg Oden, just fouling the crap out of him. Like, every single time he went up, just beat the Christ out of him. And it wore him down. It was a good strategy because he just threw people off the bench and just said, hacky shack him.
Yep.
Hacky shack him and wear him down. And then the guys like Corey Brewer, Joakim Noah, Al Horford, they just kind of like did their thing.
Yep.
It was one of my favorite coaching jobs by Billy Donovan.
Yeah. No, that was good. It's a good way to point that out on that game.
Yeah, in the back-to-back, UConn has a chance of doing that this year.
Yeah, so it's a little relevant to this year as well. Love it. I love it. All right, so for my last OT dish, I got 1985. The NCAA Rules Committee adopts the shot clock.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I saw that one.
Which honestly is kind of late to the game, and I'll explain why. But they adopt the shot clock for, how many seconds?
No, how many?
So they started off at 45 seconds.
Which is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, but there's reasoning for that. So first league to adopt the shot clock was the NBA, right. And it did it back in 1954. It did actually a 25-second shot clock. And they did that because the clocks that they used in the stadiums were only able to wind up in increments of 5.
Oh.
So, yeah, that was like an interesting stat. So, yeah, in 1985, they adopted this rule to begin the 1986 season. It was to eliminate the stalling method because they were getting games that was like 19-18, games like that.
Nobody wants to see that shit.
No, nobody wants to see it. But 1993, NCAA approved to go down to 35 seconds. That stayed for quite some time until 2012 2015 season, they brought it down to 30 seconds. But there's been initial resistance from the NCAA to bring it down because they think that the smaller schools have a disadvantage from the bigger schools, and this has been throughout years, and actually from its initiation point, like they didn't actually initiate it until 1985, which was really late to the game, but they didn't do it because of resistance, because they thought smaller schools wouldn't be able to keep up with the bigger schools in running the court.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Yeah, so that was the big difference on that, but nowadays, there's not as much disparity in talent from smaller schools to bigger schools.
Also, just be better. Just be better, smaller schools. It's that easy. I like that. I think that it was a long time coming. I think they should have done it a long time ago. 45 seconds is a lot, and I think for them getting it from 35 to 30 was the best decision they could have made.
Yeah.
I think that was awesome.
But I do like that they didn't go down to 24 like the NBA.
Agreed.
Because I do like the college aspect of it. There's still a lot of play design with college basketball that you don't really see a lot in NBA.
No, NBA, it's mostly shoot, rebound, take it up the court.
There's small little concepts, but there's no like big, unique play designs.
Exactly. Yes, you're right. And that's what I love about college basketball. There's sometimes I like watching college basketball more than NBA. I'm not gonna lie. Now, when like the beginning of the season and we get into playoffs and like big games and stuff, I like watching them NBA players because they're the best.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. Sometimes with the conference tournaments, March Madness, some of these big games during the season, I kind of would rather watch college basketball.
I like seeing these smaller schools that have no business being in the game out-scheme these bigger schools that have bigger, better talent.
It's a chess match almost.
I mean, what is it? It's just like Oakland beating Kentucky. Like, I mean, Jack Golke did not have any business being on that court with those Kentucky players. But hey, it's March Madness.
March Madness. That's a good segue to the NBA.